Her text came in at 7:16 a.m. I think I need to explore something with him. I hope you understand. Please don't make this messy. No hello, no build-up, just a soft corporate layoff disguised as vulnerability. For context, I'm Daniel, 32. She was Ava, 28. Together 18 months. Long enough to have keys to each other's places. Long enough to know how the other takes coffee. Long enough that explore something didn't sound harmless. Him was her co-worker. I'd heard the name before, always casually, always framed as irrelevant. I read the message twice. The phrase that stuck was, "Don't make this messy," like grief was something you could schedule around convenience. I typed back, "I won't." That was it. She hearted the message. That part almost made me laugh. I went to work, answered emails. I sat through a meeting about quarterly projections while my chest felt hollowed out. Around lunch, she posted a photo. Rooftop bar, 2 glasses of wine. Caption, "New chapters. Efficient." I muted her. That night, my phone buzzed again. Not Ava, her sister, Lena. "Hey, I'm sorry if this isn't my place. I just found out. Are you okay?" Lena and I had always gotten along. She was quieter than Ava, more observant, the type who watched a room before speaking. Ava used to joke that Lena overthought everything. I'd privately thought she just thought enough. I stared at the message for a minute before replying. "I didn't see it coming, but I'll be fine." 3 dots. You didn't deserve that. No defense, no explanation for her sister, just acknowledgement. That landed heavier than Ava's entire goodbye. At the next day, Ava texted again. "I really hope we can stay mature about this." Stay mature, like I'd been the unpredictable one. "Of course," I replied. She didn't answer. That night, Lena texted again. "If you ever need to vent, I'm around." It wasn't flirtation. It was decency. I said thanks. We didn't talk long, but something shifted. Not romantic, just honest. 2 days later, Ava posted again. This time, it wasn't subtle. It was him, arm around her, smiling like he'd won something. Caption, "Right timing matters." That's when I unfollowed her. Not out of anger, out of self-respect. That same evening, Lena sent another message. "Do you want to grab coffee sometime? I promise I won't defend her." I hesitated. This was dangerous territory, but I didn't want to sit alone in my apartment replaying someone else's decision. Okay, I said. We met Saturday afternoon at a small cafe neither of us had been to. Neutral ground. Lena looked nervous, apologized for being 5 minutes late, for the weather, for existing. It was strangely refreshing. We talked for 2 hours, not about Ava at first, about work, about how exhausting it is being the stable sibling, about how Lena always felt like she cleaned up emotional messes she didn't make. Eventually, Ava came up. "She thinks she's brave for being honest," Lena said carefully, "but she hates discomfort. She always runs toward the loudest validation." I didn't respond. I didn't need to. There's a specific relief in hearing someone articulate what you've quietly known. When we stood to leave, there was a pause. Not charged, just aware. "If this is weird," I said, "we can keep it simple." "It's only weird if we pretend we don't have eyes," she replied. I smiled despite myself. A week passed. Coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into long walks where conversation didn't require effort. It wasn't dramatic. No fireworks, no revenge undertones, just ease. And that's when Ava called. Not texted. Called. "Hey," she said, overly bright. "Random question." I stayed quiet. "I heard you've been spending time with Lena." There it was. "Yeah." A pause. "That's fast, don't you think?" "You moved on before you sent the text," I replied. Silence. "That's different." "Is it?" Her tone sharpened. She's my sister. And you're my ex. That's when the crying started. You're supposed to be upset longer, she said between breaths. Oh, you don't just pivot to my family. I leaned back against the wall. You told me not to make it messy, I said calmly. I didn't. She hung up. The fallout was immediate. Mutual friends began checking in. Carefully neutral messages, soft interrogations disguised as concern. Lena got it worse. Ava showed up at her apartment unannounced. You've always wanted what I had, Ava accused, according to Lena later. Lena didn't yell, didn't defend, she just said, you let it go. That apparently hit harder than anything else. Ava texted me that night. This is betrayal. I didn't answer. Another message. I hope it's worth ruining family over. That one made me pause. I typed slowly. You ended us. I respected that. She replied instantly. You didn't even fight. There it was. She didn't want me back. Yet she wanted proof she'd left something valuable behind. Meanwhile, whatever she'd explored wasn't going well. Her coworker apparently didn't enjoy being the rebound prize in a drama triangle. They fought. He pulled away. She spiraled. One evening, Lena sat across from me on my couch, knees tucked under her. I don't want to be someone's revenge arc, she said quietly. You're not, I replied. This isn't about Ava. It wasn't. That surprised both of us. What I felt for Lena wasn't adrenaline. It wasn't ego. It was steadiness. She listened. She asked questions. She chose deliberately. That difference was loud. Ava called again a few days later. No performance this time, just exhaustion. I didn't think you'd really move on, she admitted. You told me to, I said. So I thought you'd wait. That sentence revealed everything. I closed my eyes. I'm not a placeholder, I replied. A long silence. Are you serious about her? Yes. No hesitation. She exhaled sharply. So that's it. You're choosing my sister. You chose first, I said. I just accepted it. Another long pause. I misjudged you, she said finally. I didn't think you had it in you to walk away. Neither did I. That seemed to hurt more than anything else. The final conversation happened on a Sunday night. Ava's voice was small. I didn't realize losing you would feel like this. That's because you assumed I'd stay available, I answered. She didn't deny it. I thought you were the safe one. I was, I said, until you told me not to be. Silence stretched between us. I hope she's worth it, Ava said quietly. Yeah, she is, I replied. And for the first time, that felt completely true. She didn't argue, didn't cry, just said, Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Ava. I blocked her number after that. Not out of anger, out of closure. Months later, someone asked if it felt strange dating my ex's sister. I thought about it carefully before answering. It would have, I said, if it had started out of spite. But it hadn't. Ava thought endings were something she controlled, that people paused themselves when she left the room. She never understood this. When you tell someone not to make it messy, you don't get to decide how clean their healing looks. She went chasing certainty. I found someone who chose it, and the difference was everything.